experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $197 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008753. Aligning them per month lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10,250 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 4/30/26.
3, 2, 1. The drop is live. Screens freeze everywhere, except yours. You've been training for this moment. And with Allo Fiber's zero-lag precision, you strike first. No lag, no limits, just speed. Can your internet provider do that? Stay ahead of every drop. Visit allofiber.com/all-in.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some morning frost. Otherwise, see mostly sunny skies today with a light breeze. The high near 62. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, low around 34. And tomorrow, more morning frost. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies and light winds. A high near 71. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Some people are looking to buy their very first home. Others are looking to build. And some are refinancing to make what they have work a little better. But the one thing they all need? A personal guide through the mortgage process. At Pinnacle Bank, our local lenders work closely with you to find the right kind of loan and the best rates possible. Because every path home deserves someone by your side. Find your lender today with Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Right now in Lincoln, neighbors are facing hunger and homelessness, and they need our help. Your donation to Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach for Give to Lincoln Day helps provide nutritious meals, safe shelter, and life-changing support. Your gift goes even further thanks to matching funds from the Lincoln Community Foundation. Working together, we can make our community stronger by ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food and a safe place to sleep at night. Give to Matt Talbot today or anytime through May 28th at givetolincoln.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank or neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainer.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. It is The Drive on a Friday. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert alongside Aaron Davis as we've got a lot to get to over the course of the next 2 hours. Nebraska baseball travels to Ohio State, as well as we finally get to talk Big 12 private equity deal here on the show, as well as always 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Allo Cable Channel 961, all places for you guys to get in touch with us here. 1040 O Street, come down for a cup of coffee as well. AD, good morning, my friend.
Man, it's like a family reunion out there.
Yeah, for you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy because we all could be your papa.
Well, that's not why I'm necessarily saying it's family reunion. It's more of you for you guys.
It is.
I wasn't around in 95.
Yeah, that's why I say we can all look be your papa. We're all old guys, but it's good to see, Terrell's out there, of course. JP and G-Dub was out there. It was great to have those guys back. I mean, it is like old times, man. Yeah, it's always good to see. And I tell you what, so when the older we get, because a lot of these guys, last time I seen a lot of them, it was of course at Kyle Kumorgan's funeral last week and a half ago. So it is good to see people in a different, in a very much different light on this beautiful Friday morning, man. It is a gorgeous morning. So I heard you gave a bit of the rundown already. And there's a lot going on this weekend, man. A lot going on. You talked about that already. The Big 12, Nebraska basketball got the new commit as well. So we'll dive into that. So before we go into that, man, what's your plans this weekend, bro? What are you doing? The life of swim. I mean, I want to know.
Well,
first of all,
Saturday we're going to be spending time together.
Yes, we are. Did you secure a partner?
I had one back out. I had one secured, and then he backed out. So I will secure a new one today.
So do you think
I'm not worried about it at all?
You'll get somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. There's very few people. You'll get very few people who will back out and play golf on us. And it's supposed to be gorgeous tomorrow morning, too.
Good.
Now, the high is 68.
Okay.
So I'm thinking by 10:15, we're looking about, 50-ish?
I would hope so. I tell you what, like, we
still will shorts.
I will, absolutely.
Swim.
Every
you're
time.
Built different, man.
I can't, because once I start moving around, I start sweating too much.
No, that was 265 swim.
That was 265 swim. Yeah,
not
maybe.
Little swim. You're baby pool now.
I know. We're down there.
You'll still wear shorts tomorrow.
I'll still wear shorts. It's more about the jacket.
So quarter zip? Or...
Absolutely. Always a quarter zip.
See, tomorrow, I can't. My mom would always tell me, Swim, you can always take clothes off.
Yep,
if
sure.
You're too hot. But if you didn't bring enough, that's going to be a tough outing.
Mm-hmm.
So I always, as you know, you've played golf with me enough times. If it's chillier, I will always overdress. Just skin down.
Okay.
Just skin down. But I'm looking forward to that. Besides golf, what else you got going on, man? That's it, huh?
That's it.
Not going to Amigos?
No, we're not. I'm not going to Amigos. I've got nothing going on.
Oh, cool.
Why do you question it? What do you think I have going on?
I'm not questioning anything. The thing with
you are too.
Swim, the thing with you could just say, I'm just going to take a plane to San Tropez, all of a sudden. I mean, that's just
that's
the life of swim,
I am looking for I'm trying to visit a new ballpark every year.
I like that.
And last year was able to visit Globe Life back in March of 2 Marches ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out which one that wants to which one I want that to be this week or this summer, because obviously part of it is I want this one to be within driving distance, so that limits some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about catching a Royals Twins series and making my way up to Minnesota. It's an easy drive. But I'm thinking about I've never bin to Target Field up there in Minneapolis. Yeah. I've driven by it.
Right.
but I've never been to a game at Target Field. So I think that's kind of potentially being the destination. You can make a quick weekend drive out of it. It'll be easy. We'll see what happens though.
What is your dream stadium to go to in baseball?
Wrigley. Oh, it's Wrigley.
But you've been there already.
Oh, and every single time is going to be just as special.
So what would be number 2?
I lean Fenway just because of the history for Boston.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird, Swim, because the only 2 professional games I've been to in baseball have been in absolutely amazing ballparks. My first major MLB game was my agent, Chris Fisher, took me to the Giants, Oakland A's game.
Was it in Oakland at the time?
It was in SFO, San Francisco.
Okay, good.
That stadium is beautiful because you got the bay right behind
you.
You
got McCovey Cove behind it.
Yeah, the guys were on their boats.
Yeah.
You know, not boats, but kayaks and all the rest of that stuff. So that was my first game. And then the second one, you and Raph talked me into making sure just do it, was there at Three Rivers, which was amazing, man.
Yeah, PNC Park out in Pittsburgh.
Just amazing.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty high up on the list. It's logistically tougher to get out to, but that would be higher on the list.
It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
I don't know. It's also, trying to figure out a day that works in terms of I have a couple of fishing trips on the docket, 2 of them.
Have you figured out where you're going fishing yet?
No. I did get the, you know what? I got the email that was like from our basically saying, hey, here's like our cabin reservation, our hotel reservation, whatever. I didn't even look at where it was at. I just saw, hey, we got the cabin reservation.
Do you know if it's even in the state of Nebraska?
It is absolutely in the state of Nebraska.
Okay, so it is in Nebraska.
Yeah, I think it might be like 2.5 hours away.
Okay.
For some reason, Harlan sounds right.
Harlan County.
Yeah, Harlan Reservoir. Don't quote me on that one.
Folks, if you live out in that area, you've been out to Harlan, what's the water level looking like out there? And also McConaughey. Just out of curiosity, because McConaughey was ridiculously low the past couple years.
Sure. McConaughey's far.
Yeah, that's that's a nice little drive.
It is.
But Bayside Golf Course, right on it, is you've got that course is one of my favorite courses, man.
Sure.
In the state. Amazing course. So yeah, folks, we got a great show for you today. Swim, let me ask you this, man. I noticed I tried to share the IG story that you tagged me. Then it disappeared.
Yeah. I got too many comments about it. I needed to not put that on my Instagram story. I kept it on Twitter.
Why not? Just because people were just uninformed.
So people were uninformed.
So tell us what happened.
So yesterday we had the Trough text, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trough talk.
Mm-hmm.
And
Trough talk.
Yeah, Trough talk and Trough
Raph
text.
said that too, Trough talk.
Yeah. And I posted on my Instagram story, and I had people that are uninformed about what we do for a living be asking me, why is somebody talking about your aim while you're too drunk to pee? And after a while, I got tired of explaining it over and over and over again. And so I thought, you know what? I just need to move on. I even tried to put like a buffer story out, like a second one that said, hey, like, this is a text line of people.
Now, that should have been the first
show.
one you put on. That should have been the one you put on first, then the text. But in hindsight, everything's
yeah. But anyway, so I was like, you know what? This is before more people that, frankly, nobody that I truly cared about saw it yet.
So everybody else, you're like, they can piss off.
Well,
pun intended.
Bingo, but they're not cheating. But ultimately, I
why are they? Hey, you're in my business.
Yeah, I sat there and I was like, okay, you know what? I got a couple other people that have not watched it yet that maybe I should. I don't want them to know about it. Maybe they'll have less respect for me if they know what I'm talking about on the radio show.
Oh, man. Unknown. We're going to get back to the troughs in a second. Unknown texter 3084. I fish McConaughey. It's like 50% capacity. I appreciate that, 3084. And Swim, you figure for McConaughey at 50%, that means there's a lot of lake, a lot of water still out of that joker, man. Because just the sheer size of it.
Yeah.
Because they're in Unknown texter 3084. Let us know. Are there still quite a few people from Colorado that come to McConaughey, or is that down because the water's down right now? But Swim, that was back in the heyday of McConaughey, and when it was full, dude, it was packed.
I have not been out to McConaughey, but that's, in time it'll take care of itself.
It's Levi. Thanks, Levi, North Platte. Appreciate you, brother.
So anyway, Money G in Kansas says Minnesota Twins, nice ballpark tour, nice park. Go to the Brits Pub. It's one of his favorite restaurants. The cafe right down the ballpark is a nice little place as well. There you go. So now I'm getting recommendations. I made it to Coors Field in Denver for the first time last year. And like, these are all parks that I've driven by so many times or been next to so many times, just never actually
went inside
and went to a game. And so, yeah, was able to cross quite a few off the bucket list last year. And we're hoping that summer is kind of that case. Also, the Royals aren't very good right now. Neither are the Twins. And so I'm hoping that makes the ticket prices cheap.
Swim. Okay, real quick, because we're going to do a whole show with this over the summertime. What would be your football stadium to go to?
This is a good question.
402-464-5685. Let us know your dream football stadium to go to. What would be for you, Swimmy? Think about it.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so you know what? One of them is college, and I would love to see Notre Dame Stadium.
It's beautiful.
I would love to see Notre Dame Stadium.
Yeah.
For NFL, it's weird because I don't know. Is there a historical one
in the NFL?
Yeah, anymore?
You got to say Lambeau.
Well, okay, Lambeau then. I suppose
Lambeau's. I've been to a few games there. It's pretty awesome.
Because like I think about, I mean, they've modernized out in San Francisco. They've obviously got SoFi Stadium. Like, I would be more interested for the NFL to go to, like, when I was in Allegiant Stadium for the bowl game last year. That opened my eyes.
I've never been inside that with Swim. I've driven by it a number of times in Ubers.
Yeah.
But I heard, I mean, what stood out the most to you about that place?
It was, I mean, everything's
the sheer
so
monstrosity.
Everything's so modernized. I mean, you can tell it's a professional stadium. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I've been to games at Arrowhead, and those have been sweet, right? But ultimately, like, I would, when I was out in LA back in February, I drove past SoFi Stadium. And while I was out there, I drove by, the Rose Bowl, and I drove by, the Coliseum and all that. Coliseum surprisingly just didn't impress me that much on the outside. But other than that, I think like I would love to see the technology behind SoFi Stadium.
It would, the thing that blew me away about SoFi, I mean, not SoFi, but the one in Vegas, how they can move the grass field out and in. It slides. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
They do that in Arizona too.
Oh, they do that
they
in
have
as
that
well?
in Arizona too, where they can put, fresh turf and fresh grass in there right on the rip. Which I'm sure makes it so simple for concerts and events. And I mean, because those guys, like, as somebody that's been in Lucas Oil Stadium as well, we've been in there for Big Ten football media days. Like, that is a massive stadium in its own right, and everything. So I don't know. I think somebody on the text line, I think it was Thomas and Lincoln, Death Valley is number 2 for him. That's like kind of on my next bucket list in the fall. Like,
stadium is, what? It's talking about the one
in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Oh man, that stadium environment. Yes, stadium. Freaking rat infested.
Really?
That stadium is terrible.
Well, here's the thing.
But the environment, though, Thomas, is insane.
Because, like,
would be insane.
My buddies and I have talked about like during a Nebraska football bye week.
Louisiana, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like,
it is what it is.
During a Nebraska football bye week, going to like an SEC conference game.
That would be
because
fun.
There's just things we never know, and like we're all in our 20s. Like when are we got time?
I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. This is all jokes and bullcrap aside, dude. You're at the age to where you can do it. As far as freedom, etc., do as much as you can, bro.
Yeah.
I mean that, man. Enjoy as much as you can. Who was the guy that was it our UPS awesome
Yeah,
who's been to all those different places?
Yeah, and he does like these long trips, like we're stopping here, and he plans them out of like, I'm going to this game, and then I'm going to drive to this city. We're going to go to this game. Yeah. There's guys that do like minor league baseball tours as well, just across minor league sports, which are, is interesting. I mean, you got to be a diehard for that stuff.
Yeah, but just the nostalgia. Even if you were, Swim, for instance, if I went to, let's say, a Baltimore Orioles game versus the Milwaukee Brewers, would I be really dialed in? No. Would I enjoy the environment? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That would be fun.
Yeah, like I got, if I were to go to a Royals Twins game in June, like I don't have any dog in the fight.
No.
I could care less.
He's going for the environment.
It's more so of like I I want to see Bobby Witt Jr. play.
Mhm.
I want to see Byron Buxton play for the Minnesota Twins. I want to see certain individuals
Right.
play. Same reason. Well, not same reason. When we go to Wrigley in late July for my buddy's bachelor party, we're going to 2 Yankees Cubs games. And it's like, all right, cool. I have no care in the world about the Yankees, but it's going to be cool to see Aaron Judge, one of the best players in the game, play up close. Like, that's going to be cool. And so, like, you go for some individual pieces. Like, before he retires, I want to make it a point to see Mike Trout play in person. Never seen Mike Trout play in person. So, like, things like that, I think
Right.
there's other pieces to it for me.
Swim, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention this.
Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby. That was a jacked up version of it. Tomorrow, 6:57 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:57 here. It seems like it's all day.
Yeah.
You're waiting. I know. If you're going to be partaking in any Kentucky Derby festivities, let me know. Any mint juleps.
Yes, I was just going to say mint juleps and big hats.
Yes. And my seersucker suit, Swim.
Yeah.
You would look sweet in a seersucker suit now.
I don't
Because
know.
you got that svelte. You know what svelte means?
I do.
You've got that svelte look to you now.
Wow.
I'm probably wear that for my daughter's graduation. Another story. 6:57 tomorrow Eastern. The Kentucky Derby starts. It starts at Churchill Downs at 1:30 our time, 2:30 Eastern. You know, there's a billion races prior to, but the early storylines. Here's the real history that's in play, and this is fun stuff for me because I each year I learn a little something about the Kentucky
100%.
Derby. Early favorite is Renegade. He
Okay.
drew the #1 post rail. No horse has won the Derby in the rail in 40 years.
In the #1 spot.
In the #1 spot. I was
Wow.
12 years old the last time that happened. Last to do it was Ferdinand in 1986 with Bill Shoemaker. There's pressure of the rail, historically tough position due to the traffic. Beep, 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 beep. Limited room, Swim. Not a lot of room to breathe and stretch your chest. Renegade must break clean. And man, he can't get boxed in, Swim, because there's nuances that are way beyond my knowledge of horse racing, but they will box you in early. Scratches in the field and movement. Multiple late changes impacted the field. Right to Party. That's your name, Swim. That's your other name. Scratched on Friday, a.k.a. one time, a.k.a. as is. Right to Party was scratched today. Silence Tactic. Scratch has a bruised foot. Full Effort. That's scratched earlier. The new additions, Ocelli actually enters the field. Great White joins at 50-1 odds. And it's Corano de Oro. Corano de Oro is next in line if another scratch happens. So he's not in yet, but if another scratch happens. Here's the betting landscape. You understand this stuff at all, Swim? The betting part of it?
I don't. Other than like just choosing the winner.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I like to throw a little something on the horses.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I think it's fun.
And I dabble.
And like I said, that each year I throw a little something on just whoever horses it is. There's something at Cap. They always have capital. No free shout-outs, but at Cap. And it's always fun. But Renegade is the early favorite. Rail Draw adds intrigue. Commandment, #6, 6-1 odds. Further Ado, #18, 6-1 odds. The next year is Chief Wallaby. Swim. Here's the thing I like about the names. They're always so unique.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's I can't say this on TV, but Cedric the Entertainer, the comedian, has a funny skit on horse names, but I can't, talk about it on air. But nevertheless, the Puma, #9, 10-1 odds. Long shots to watch. Intrepido, #3, 50-1. 6-speed, #17, 50-1. Trainers to watch is Bob Baffert. Has 2 horses in the race. He's back. It was, and one of the horses' name is Litmus Test. Imagine that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Bob, you sure you should have named that horse Litmus Test? 30-1 odds. Potente, 20-1 odds. Going for a record-breaking 7th Derby win. I wonder if they're all clean. Would pass Ben Jones for most wins all time is the great Bob Baffert, of course, who's had some controversy for some horses. A little dirty. Nevertheless, race details, of course, Churchill Downs, 5:57 Central Time, 6:57. Swim, I like everything leading up to it. The pomp, the pious, the dresses, the hats, just all the pageantry surrounding the Kentucky Derby.
100%.
I'll probably watch it all afternoon just to watch it.
Oh, absolutely.
After we get done playing.
It's the fastest 2 minutes in sports. Here's the thing. So I did not realize this, that they're bringing on Randy Moss as an analyst for the Kentucky Derby this year. And also, here's the best part is they're bringing in basketball reporter John Fanta as the field reporter of the Kentucky Derby. So Larry Kalmus is basically it'd be the play-by-play. He's the race caller, if you will. Just to get you fired up. Here's how it sounded last year.
Neo Equos is the leader at the top of the stretch. Journalism is on the move as they turn for home, and Sovereignty is coming with him on the outside. The two of them go right by with a furlong to run. Journalism and Sovereignty, nose to nose, down to the last 16th of a mile. Sovereignty has taken the lead. Journalism is second toward the inside. Baez is third, but it will be Sovereignty to rule the Kentucky Derby. Journalism and Baez over next. Final Gambit was fourth. The final time was 2:02.31 seconds.
It's electric. I mean, the final 30, it's only 2 minutes, right? Obviously, but the final 30 seconds of this call is always so electric, and it's without failure. It's so crystal clear. There's so much. It's like, as a broadcaster, like you listen to it, like there's so much information that's clearly stated. He talks about who is in first, but he also talks about who's like in second, third, and fourth. He's able to rattle off the time right as soon as it's over. He's able then to like call the finishers as well. I mean, it's so cool.
Swim, would you be okay?
Never.
You come on.
I would never be able to.
You wouldn't be. No way. You wouldn't have no desire to do it.
I'd get so excited. I'd get so excited I'd fumble and trip over my own words. I mean,
I think you could.
It's so electric.
I bet you could.
The two of them go right by with a furlong to run. Journalism and Sovereignty, nose to nose, down to the last 16th of a mile. Sovereignty has taken the lead. Journalism is second toward the inside. Baez is third, but it will be Sovereignty to rule the Kentucky Derby.
That's what I'm saying.
Sovereignty.
And not somebody on there on the text line says that's called being prepared. 100%. But I would also say that, and also is different Randy Moss. I apologize, but is Randy Moss not the wide receiver? This article had it incorrectly.
It's like Randy Moss.
Yeah. No, not a jockey.
Commentator.
But nonetheless, I lost my train of thought. But ultimately, it's so cool because like you think about the pace that the broadcaster is able to use. This race is going by so quick. And he's able like to slow it down while still, characterizing all the action.
Think about this. Okay, we'll say this and we'll come back. Maybe even come back to this because this is historic, man. It's the Kentucky Derby is awesome. Slim, in a football game, you can clearly see the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, baseball, etc. Bro, those horses are so tightly together.
Yeah.
I know the technology and things of that nature, but that just adds a whole nother element of preparedness as one of the text messengers. As Unmatched Texter, appreciate you, bro. You got to know. I mean, you got to watch that thing intently close so you know you call the right horse because, like you mentioned, they're all boxed in and close, and it's going so fast.
Yeah. Somebody on the text line says that clip doesn't give off the energy of Mendoza scoring that touchdown, even though it's more historic. 100%. How about this? Unnamed texter says, I went to the Derby 2 years ago. Would you spend $1,500 on a mint julep? They also have $5,000 mint juleps.
15. How big is it? It better be like in a Coleman cooler.
Is it a gallon of mint julep? No, but it would be an event that would be really fun to go to.
Swim, I'm going to say this before we go to break. You know what this is making me want to watch? As a kid, I know you watched it. Racing Stripes.
I think I saw it once.
Yes, Rudy. Yes. Connor, what about you? Did you watch Racing Stripes as a kid? He might even be too young. Racing Stripes. It's a Disney movie, man.
Nope, he did not.
Oh, Racing Stripes is. Wouldn't you say, Rudy, that's a good movie? I seriously may watch that tonight. Text line if you watch Racing Stripes. Swim, come over. We're going to watch Racing Stripes tonight.
Okay.
Well, we'll just take it down to one of our good friends. Liquid Assets. We'll put it up on the big screen.
Put it on the big TV.
Mikey.
Hey, we're watching Racing Stripes tonight.
On a Friday night.
Free movie showing.
Hey, Mike, that could be pretty good though. It's you got the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. racing stripes tonight, but we got to start it at 6 o'clock. By the time the evening crowd comes, it'll be over.
It'll be over at 8. You can still get into bed by 8:30. By the way, Starkey and Bennett says this: of all the years, Drunken Horse Trough might be the best name to join the text line field.
Oh, yes, Drunken Horse Trough.
That's right. Anyway,
we'll be back.
Nutrition Authority invites you to enjoy internet-crushing prices at the Spring Mega Sale. We already offer better than internet pricing, but Monday, April 27th through Saturday, May 2nd, we're slashing them even deeper. The Spring Mega Sale at Nutrition Authority. For location info, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some morning frost. Otherwise, see mostly sunny skies today with a light breeze and a high near 62. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, low around 34. And tomorrow, more morning frost. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies and light winds, a high near 71. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Some days are for errands, but those days can wait. These are for free Honda demo rides. Test ride the latest Honda Adventure, Sport, Cruiser, and Touring models to find your perfect fit. Try Honda's automatic dual clutch transmission, DCT, for seamless shifting that keeps you focused on the ride. And check out Honda e-Clutch, designed to handle clutch control for stall-free starts and effortless gear changes. Spaces are limited. Visit Rod's Power Sports at 1030 Saltillo Road today to reserve your free demo ride. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
Dillon's Auto reminds listeners as our troops return home, many are left unemployed and deserted. Over 1 million veterans across the United States are currently looking for jobs despite having special skills and elite military training. Let's welcome troops with open arms and make 2026 a year to hire smart and hire veterans. Dillon's Auto. For all your auto needs and more, call the pros at Dillon's Auto today at 402-477-0404. That's 402-477-0404. Dillon's Auto, on the air because they care. Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 10th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get Mom a gift card from The Body Shop. Swedish massages, deep tissue massages, hand and foot massages, and so much more. Buy your mom a gift card today at thebodyshoplincoln.com or stop by their office at 56 The Knoll.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
I am Harrison Arns, producer of Ticket Weeknights and Weekends right here at 93.7 The Ticket. My favorite things to do in downtown Lincoln are checking out all the local sports events, whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or even Lincoln Stars hockey. I enjoy it all because I get to experience one of the best sports communities in the country.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
When tacos and quesadillas join forces at Amigos, something seriously delicious happens. Quesadilla tacos. Crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, folded taco style, and stuffed with bold seasoned flavor. It's like your favorite quesadilla and taco teamed up for the ultimate spring fling. With Tex-Mex, chicken, supreme, or steak, Amigos has a quesadilla taco for everyone. So hurry in. This tasty collab is here for a limited time only. Get the ultimate flavor fusion with quesadilla tacos at Amigos. When the weather heats up, cool down with Amigos' new frosted lemonades and limeades. Icy, fruity, and oh so refreshing. Start with a zesty lemonade or limeade base. Then choose blue raz, cherry, or strawberry to create your personalized flavor mix. Amigos tops it all with a swirl of frosty vanilla ice cream. Whether you're soaking up the sun or just need a cool pick-me-up, these frosty delights are summer in a glass. Chill out with a frosted lemonade at Amigos.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. Welcome to this fourth quarter Friday. I think it was symbolic that you had three of the best to ever do it. And I'm going to say four of the best. Jay Foreman, I seen him rolling out.
Yeah.
Terrell Farley, Grant Wistron, of course, JP. Because when that 4 went up, if the game wasn't already over, we was about to put somebody into oblivion. You know, I mean, just heads to bed, as Jay always says, man, heads to bed. And there was other colorful language that we used when we was going to put somebody out of their misery too. And would tell them we were going to put them out of their misery during those times. Folks, someone that helps you get out of your misery, like that segue swim, is Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. He has been a well-respected rep since 1999. Jack can help protect your home, your family, your vehicle, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit him at one of his 2 locations to meet his awesome teammates in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Swim, we went to the Dakotas. South Dakota State transferred Damon Wilkinson, 6'10", 245-pound center. He got 2 years of eligibility to play, man. It's immediate boost to the front course with his size and physical presence. Swim, he averaged 13, almost 14 points a game last year, 6.5 rebounds. Shot almost 60% from the field, 72% from the field for a free throw stripe, if I can talk on this Friday. Second, and scored in double figures in the final 8 games. Career high, 24 points in 1 game. So he's got 59 career games with 19 starts under his belt. And Swim, something you talked about in the kind of the genesis of this whole NIL thing and transfer portal, some of these guys that were just on the cusp going to other schools and get developed and then come back. This is kind of a situation here with Damon in that he developed into an all-Summit League level big man. He didn't have that coming out of high school. Averaged 24 minutes per game. Some initial thoughts on the signing of Damon Wilkinson, the 6'10", 245-pounder.
Yeah, I think, when you look at what Nebraska's doing, they had 2 open roster spots, prior to
Damon committing to Nebraska, and they wanted to get another big guy out of it, and they did just that. I would imagine they go a little smaller with their one remaining roster spot that's open. But ultimately, we saw this thing kind of move relatively quickly. Nebraska had him visit Lincoln on Wednesday. Wilkinson was slated, scheduled to make a trip to NC State later this weekend as well. But obviously that's not going to take place anymore as he commits to the Huskers, and which is a good thing, right? You look at, he's a native from the state of South Dakota, went to South Dakota State, as you mentioned. He scored in double figures in the last 8 games for the Jackrabbits. He scored in every conference game, had at least 10 points in all but one. I mean, so he played, I think he started 19 games this last season for the Jackrabbits. Yep. So ultimately, like, what's the role look like for him? It's still to be determined, because Nebraska went out and got a guy like Bowden Kapke and some other guys, but ultimately for Nebraska, that there's your big guy. And one thing I've noticed, and this is more so just the holistic view of the class, Nebraska's going to be old again next year. They're going to be old. You look at the roster distribution. You have 2 true freshmen on the team, obviously, in Colin Rice and Jacob Lanier, 3 sophomores, 3 juniors, and get this, 6 seniors on the team for the Huskers next year. Now, granted, one of those 6 doesn't really play, and that's Henry Burt. But you look at the seniors, it's Price, Connor Esijan, Trevin Lenhart, who you brought in, Cale Jacobson, Bowden Kapke, who you bring in, and Caden Betts, who you bring in addition to Henry Burt. Fred Hoiberg, they saw what the experience did for them this past season with guys like Rink Mast and obviously Jamarcus Lawrence and Sam Hoiberg. And they probably are thinking the same, something along the same lines here with, hey, let's go ahead and try to get as old as we can. While also you bring in a couple of transfers and Sam Orm and now Damon Wilkinson that have 2 years of eligibility remaining.
It's, the thing with the number of people we've signed, as you talked about, the Sam Orm, the Caden Betts, Traven Lenhart, and Taj, and now just Wilkinson now, there's a lot of different rotations that Fred and staff can go with. And you know what's one of the things that I'm encouraged the most about these guys he has brought in is their height. You have multiple guys that you can bring into a very big rumble and tumble Big Ten. They're physically, they can play out there, because before you just had all you basically had was rank. As far as that goes, that could they could get in the middle and tussle. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a few guys out there, and Fred has got some options as far as who he's going to rotate as far as the big position in front of the front court. And we just didn't have that in years past, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting because, like, as I mentioned, just when you look at the future of Nebraska, and obviously there's a lot of excitement that's going to be waiting for them in 2026 and 2027. You're going to celebrate. I mean, that first night at PBA, when I'm sure they'll have some sort of ceremony, some sort of banner that you're going to hang up at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the program's first ever Sweet 16 appearance. I think like that's going to be a really special night, and we're going to enjoy that a lot. And Nebraska is going to probably have quite a bit of success in their non-con. They're probably going to be a top 25 team to start the season, and like there's going to be expectations. We're going to enjoy that, but then it's interesting to look forward. Just as big picture thinker here, it's interesting to look forward. Like Nebraska is going to have to, if nobody transfers out after this next season, Nebraska's going to have to replace 7 guys. They're going to have to bring in at least 7 guys into making a full roster.
That's sobering when you think about
it. That's a lot. That's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of guys. And not that, I mean, once again, I think Husker fans have the ultimate trust in Fred Hoiberg and his staff right now. But it is something that you talk about, and it's okay to put it on the back burner because we're going to enjoy 26 and 27 for the next calendar year or so. But yeah, Nebraska does have one more spot, and that's open and available. They did a good job of locking down Wilkinson while he was in town, and the day after before he goes to NC State, and whoever they bring in, I would imagine it's going to be somebody maybe a little bit smaller, maybe a little shorter, who can shoot once again. They're not, I say that, not going to be a big man, but yeah, you hope that Nebraska is going to be able to fill that 15th spot.
It's going to be fun to see how this continues to develop as well. Folks,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I mean, there's new faces. You have Trevin Lenhart, you have Bowden Kapke, Caden Betts, Sam Orm, Taj DeGorval, Damon Wilkinson, and then obviously Colin Rice and Jacob Lanier. I mean, that's 9 guys that are going to be a part of this team up here in 2026, 2027 that were not a part of it last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so you hope that they mesh well and things, turn out well for them, which you'd expect it to. The culture, the foundation's laid.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a ridiculous question. I'm going to ask the text line. I want you to answer as we come back. Swim and text line 402-464-5685. Are you more excited for next year's basketball season or football season?
Are you asking in terms of
are you more excited
this upcoming fall
okay. Right now? Are you more excited for the upcoming football season or the basketball season coming up in the winter?
Okay.
Think about it. We'll be back.
Right now in Lincoln, neighbors are facing hunger and homelessness, and they need our help. Your donation to Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach for Give to Lincoln Day helps provide nutritious meals, safe shelter, and life-changing support. Your gift goes even further thanks to matching funds from the Lincoln Community Foundation. Working together, we can make our community stronger by ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food and a safe place to sleep at night. Give to Matt Talbot today or anytime through May 28th at givetolincoln.com.
Love local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits, or looking for a great non-alcoholic option? Then raise a glass at SIP Nebraska's 13th Anniversary Spring Festival, May 8th and 9th at Mahoney State Park. There's truly something for everyone with unlimited tastings, live music, great food, and unique experiences like skydiving demos, buzzed bingo, goat yoga, and fun lawn games. Plus, explore local artisans and take your favorites home. Make a weekend of it. Lodging is available right at the park. Grab your ticket package now at sipnebraska.com.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
When tacos and quesadillas join forces at Amigos, something seriously delicious happens. Quesadilla tacos. Crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, folded taco style, and stuffed with bold seasoned flavor. It's like your favorite quesadilla and taco teamed up for the ultimate spring fling. With Tex-Mex, chicken, supreme, or steak, Amigos has a quesadilla taco for everyone. So hurry in. This tasty collab is here for a limited time only. Get the ultimate flavor fusion with quesadilla tacos at Amigos. When the weather heats up, cool down with Amigos' new frosted lemonades and limeades. Icy, fruity, and oh so refreshing. Start with a zesty lemonade or limeade base. Then choose blue raz, cherry, or strawberry to create your personalized flavor mix. Amigos tops it all with a swirl of frosty vanilla ice cream. Whether you're soaking up the sun or just need a cool pick-me-up, these frosty delights are summer in a glass. Chill out with a frosted lemonade at Amigos.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some morning frost. Otherwise, see mostly sunny skies today with a light breeze. The high near 62. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze. Low around 34. And tomorrow, more morning frost. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies and light winds. A high near 71. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this fantastic fourth quarter Friday. The weather is absolutely beautiful outside. 50 degrees right now, a high of 60. Tomorrow high is 67, Sunday 71. Monday, 80 degrees on Monday. And then
are we starting to turn a corner, AD?
Well, the next day it's 56.
Okay.
But then 55, 61, 66, 73. So I think we're getting there. But the rain, I'm just going to be honest, the rain has been good. You definitely see things that have greened up. Etc. Swim, are you more excited for the upcoming football season or next year's basketball season?
Basketball, it's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. That's what a lot of the response has been.
Read a few of those.
Cubs says basketball, and it's not even close, AD. Until football proves we need to be drinking Roulade, I'm not going to get excited for something that at most will go 6-6 with a trip to the Bad Boy Mowers Bowl. Hey, we liked New York. Justin from Hickman says, I'll always be more excited for football, but I expect more success from basketball.
Interesting.
I like this, and this is a great point. IQ Cruz says, can I just be excited for Husker athletics in its whole? Future is so bright. And you talk about, I mean,
that's a good take.
We have been so spoiled And we need, I think it's important for us as we trend towards the month of May, and we are in May now. AD, this has been a spectacular first 4 months.
Yes, it has.
When you combine basketball, what baseball and softball are doing, what wrestling was able to do, when you combine all of that, it has been a very successful start to 2026. And
historic,
and right,
actually.
we're on the heel, or we're on the doorstep is essentially of on the doorstep of 2 postseason berths and potentially 2 hosting regionals for baseball and softball, and that's going to be so crazy. I don't think that people understand the environment that's going to be not only at Bullen Stadium but at Haymarket.
It's not, and we got a good month left to go of a bunch of good stuff, man. I'm pumped for it, man. I am like you, and Husker, I think you said it perfectly. Just all sports, we're very fortunate.
How about somebody says basketball 100%? Let's simulate football, please.
Hey, it is what it is.
Starkey says, so you can ask if I'm looking forward to a kick in the groin or to watch basketball. That's tough. Yeah, you got me square.
In history, real quick, Jordan's 50-plus streak in 1988. I remember these. I was 14 years old. Jordan was destination TV. You did whatever you had to do to make sure you're watching it. So when this was before all the, you could, put it on your VCR, of course, but it was just a different time. After scoring 50 points in Game 1 NBA Eastern Conference Playoff Series, Jordan has 55 in the Bulls' 106-101 win versus Cleveland in Game 2. First to score 50-plus points in consecutive playoff games. So when you saw Jordan, you came to the realization he was like the modern day, or not the modern day, back in his prime Tiger Woods. You may see something on a golf course or a basketball court you may never see again. So you wanted to make sure that you had a front row seat to watch those games. And bringing it back to the Kentucky Derby, because that is tomorrow, one of the all-time greats in 1965, the 91st Kentucky Derby, Bill Shoemaker wins aboard Lucky Debonair, the third of his 4th Derby victories back in 1965.
On this day, 1951, a guy who ranks 18th on the list of all-time home run leaders, Mickey Mantle, hit his first home run in 1951 against the Chicago White Sox at the time. Minnie Mimoso also hit his first one in his Sox debut.
I'm going to bring one more out since you brought out the great Mickey Mantle. Being that I was at this stadium, Barry Bonds in 2000, 26 years ago this week, first MLB player to hit a homer into San Francisco Bay.
Wow.
As the Giants beat the Mets 10-3, his 35th during the SF career. And he was a Pirate before he went out there, but he weighed 185 pounds. And then some things happened and he got up to he was a wide receiver, and then he became a linebacker.
AD, we did just get a text about this, and I want to get your thoughts. I'm sure it's okay if you didn't watch the game, but did you see what the New York Knicks did to the Atlanta Hawks last night?
Rav sent me a text, and I was still just in Zooms, just finishing up. I thought it was a misprint. They were up, I think it was 50-19.
Yeah, they were up 50-19 at one point. At halftime, they were up 83-36.
That is ridiculous.
At halftime. There was a point where they were up 100-49.
How does that happen in the NBA?
They ended up the New York Knicks got outscored in the fourth quarter and won 140-89.
Raph, if you're listening, when you sent that to me, I didn't know what it was at first, and I looked at the top right of the text, and I just seriously thought it was a joke.
How about this? Not a single player scored more than 30 points for the Knicks. OG Anunoby. Which college? Big Ten school. OG Anunoby.
Ohio State?
Nope. Close. Indiana. Rapid fire trivia. OG Anunoby scores 29 points. Mikal Bridges scores 24. But then you had Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson with 14, 12, and 17. Nobody scored over 30. How about this? When OG Anunoby was on the floor, plus minus is sometimes a misleading stat, but to see a number this large is funny. The Knicks were plus 42. When Mikal Bridges was on the floor, the Knicks were plus 40. When Jalen Brunson was on the floor, they were plus 41. That's incredible. 140-89 to end the Hawks season.
140-89.
Yep.
I mean, that is just, yeah.
That's crazy.
Swim, I'm not dogging any of our basketball fans out there, but this is why I can't watch the playoffs until it gets to the There's like 6 teams left. I
am heavily glued into the Stanley Cup playoffs right now.
I don't blame you.
Oh, I am locked in to the Stanley Cup playoffs right now.
Blame you. A lot more competitive stuff we've been watching.
Well, the Minnesota Wild were able to beat the Dallas Stars last night. A couple of nights ago, it was an overtime win for the Philadelphia Flyers over the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, like the Stanley Cup playoffs right now, you've had some incredible like in-state matchups. Philadelphia playing Pittsburgh. You have Montreal going up against I believe it's the Tampa Bay Lightning. Obviously not an in-state there, but there are some fun matchups right now. Yeah, it's fun. Edmonton played last night, so
after I watch Racing Stripes tonight, I might have to look into that.
Yeah,
might have to look into that. Folks, we'll be back because there's some money coming to the Big 12. We'll discuss it. It's The Drive.
When tacos and quesadillas join forces at Amigos, something seriously delicious happens. Quesadilla tacos. Crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, folded taco style, and stuffed with bold seasoned flavor. It's like your favorite quesadilla and taco teamed up for the ultimate spring fling. With Tex-Mex, chicken, supreme, or steak, Amigos has a quesadilla taco for everyone. So hurry in. This tasty collab is here for a limited time only. Get the ultimate flavor fusion with quesadilla tacos at Amigos. When the weather heats up, cool down with Amigos' new frosted lemonades and limeades. Icy, fruity, and oh so refreshing. Start with a zesty lemonade or limeade base. Then choose blue raz, cherry, or strawberry to create your personalized flavor mix. Amigos tops it all with a swirl of frosty vanilla ice cream. Whether you're soaking up the sun or just need a cool pick-me-up, these frosty delights are summer in a glass. Chill out with a frosted lemonade at Amigos.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 10th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get Mom a gift card from The Body Shop. Swedish massages, deep tissue massages, hand and foot massages, and so much more. Buy your mom a gift card today at thebodyshoplincoln.com or stop by their office at 56th and O.
Hey, it's Grant Wister. I co-founded Champ Roofing because I wanted to build a company with real integrity, the kind where you actually trust the people working on your home. We do roof replacements, inspections, gutters, and siding all across Nebraska, Lincoln, Omaha, and everywhere in between. Every job, we show up on time, do the work right, and stand behind it. That's what Champ is built on. Check us out at champ-roofing.com or give us a call at 402-858-7449.
Right now in Lincoln, neighbors are facing hunger and homelessness, and they need our help. Your donation to Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach for Give to Lincoln Day helps provide nutritious meals, safe shelter, and life-changing support. Your gift goes even further thanks to matching funds from the Lincoln Community Foundation. Working together, we can make our community stronger by ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food and a safe place to sleep at night. Give to Matt Talbot today or anytime through May 28th at givetolincoln.com.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 10th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get Mom a gift card from The Body Shop. Swedish massages, deep tissue massages, hand and foot massages, and so much more. Buy your mom a gift card today at thebodyshoplincoln.com or stop by their office at 56th and O.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Love local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits, or looking for a great non-alcoholic option? Then raise a glass at SIP Nebraska's 13th Anniversary Spring Festival, May 8th and 9th at Mahoney State Park. There's truly something for everyone with unlimited tastings, live music, great food, and unique experiences like skydiving demos, buzzed bingo, goat yoga, and fun lawn games. Plus, explore local artisans and take your favorites home. Make a weekend of it. Lodging is available right at the park. Grab your ticket package now at sipnebraska.com.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Cinco de Mayo will be here before you know it on May 5th, and Tipsy Tina's is the place to be. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 2 p.m. on May 5th for the Street Festival, featuring piñatas, giveaways, and more. Plus, see llamas from Sweet and Sassy Llama Farm from 5:30 to 7:30. DJ Joe Cruz will entertain starting at 7 p.m. with a spicy taco eating contest at 7:30. And the best part, as always, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Tuesday, May 5th, beginning at 2 p.m. at 8th and Q.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back, and Nick is going to let us know.
Well, AD, you were pulling out of the studio yesterday, and we haven't brought this up yet.
What'd I do?
Your music was just a little too loud. Your bass was bumping. I saw your side mirrors; they were vibrating. You can't even see out your side mirrors because the bass is up so loud.
If that is not a pompous judgmental.
Does that not make me sound old?
Yeah, you
turn the music down.
Your music is way too loud.
I walk outside to go grab my AirPods from my car, and all of a sudden I hear just I can't say the words, but I'm kidding.
I mean, Easy E,
Yeah.
NWA, whatever.
I'm
Whatever
pretty sure I heard
filth you were
Snoop Dogg's
listening to.
Gin and Juice playing from AD's car.
That was Beethoven. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I heard the violin. It was shaking the side mirrors. But no, all of a sudden I walk up to AD's window and he's like, "What's up, Chief?" And I go, "You need to turn that down."
So you know why when I come out the studio?
Why?
Because it's a release. Because really that's my second day starting. Because my first day, up until this point, and then really my second day starting. So I'm just getting my head right, man.
Well, here you were good. I think you turned down here on 10th Street, and I still heard it when you were going south as I was walking into the studio.
Slim, come on, man. Really? No.
Why is everybody coming at me? I'm not saying 80. See, this is what you start. This is where you start. No, you always talk about incognito, and this is where everybody on here is like Unc Nick. David goes, "Go ahead, Swim. We know you want to say it." I don't.
DF. Dude. Every time I think about DF, this, when he goes, because I can see him saying it when we're in person.
Yeah. No, but here we are.
Oh man, folks, I tell you what. It's a monumental move. What's going on in conferences? You remember Utah, earlier this year is in kind of the same situation, but it's just Utah. I mean, this situation for the Big 12 is for all teams involved that want to take part in this. And folks, the thing that's unique about this Big 12 capital deal, it's interesting because it's groundbreaking, and there's pros and cons. But here's kind of the key facts. The Big 12 Conference finalized a 5-year private capital agreement with Redbird Capital Partners and Weatherford Capital, okay? The agreement is called the Redbird Business Development Partnership. There's 3 main components: $12.5 million plus capital infusion to the conference office, used for revenue generation and commercial growth initiatives. Here's the second component: up to $30 million credit line. Swim, that's what gets you in trouble if you're not careful. That's optional, but that's per school.
Yep.
Schools have 1 year to opt in. Interest rate, just under 10%.
Oh, that's it.
That's how they get you.
Once you add up for 12 schools that opt in.
Back in my day, I don't even think they allow this anymore. Texters, if you're 40 plus, you would remember this if you went to UNL. Out in front of the student union swim where their old fountain used to be at, there used to be credit card companies offering you a T-shirt to sign up for a credit card.
Are you serious?
Yes. I don't even think they allow that anymore.
College students will do anything for a free
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
I had like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And
8 credit cards?
Well, not 8, but I had too many.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was predatory lending is basically what it was.
Of course, 100%.
So I am not saying this is, but I'm just going to finish read. So under 10%, okay, is what it is. Here's the third part: strategic business partnerships designed to increase value ahead of next media rights deal, which is going to be post 2031. So no equity or ownership is given. So they're not going to own any parts of these football teams or athletic departments.
They can't be involved in votes. They're not going to have say in vote, which is a big part of it.
Right. No changes to governance or operations. They do not own any part of the Big 12. Redbird has already helped generate $130+ million in future revenue for the conference through deals: PayPal, Players, Era, and there's a few other ones.
Yeah.
Redbird has ties to Paramount Global, which is massive. Parent company of CBS, expected to acquire TNT. Both are major players in college sports. The Big 12 currently has media deals to swim with ESPN, Fox Sports. Contract runs through 2031. The conference has obviously those 16 member schools that are involved there. Swim, we'll get to the pros and cons now. What's your initial, and text line, let us know what's your initial thoughts on this. Are we another step closer towards basically commercialized college sports? 402-464-5685. Let us know what your thoughts are. Swim, what's your initial thoughts on this deal?
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Big Ten wasn't the first conference to do it. In all honesty, that's the one we've been hearing so much about.
We're not yet.
Well, I
say we as a conference.
Yeah, of course. I think it's only a matter of time. The first thing that it was funny you brought up, their connection to PayPal and some of the other big time brands and corporate entities that you were talking about. And you know what I instantly thought of? What was something new that the Big Ten Conference did this year? Hey, this Saturday's game is brought to you by Venmo. This Big Ten Conference game is brought to you by Venmo. And I will never forget at Big Ten Media Days last year in Las Vegas. That's when they basically announced it. And that's when they announce everything is, the biggest, because you just have all the eyes of every media member and conference affiliate there and stuff. And you can ask Tony Petitti about it. I just don't see a future to where the Big Ten doesn't do it. Now they have to all vote on it, right? And schools like Michigan and USC were very against private equity being involved. But ultimately, if what the Big 12 is allowing other conferences to do is take more of a wait and see approach. See, okay, how many people with an optional opt-in, how many schools actually opt into this $30 million influx of cash, which is basically what it is. And also, I'm surprised that it's only a 5-year agreement. I really am. And that just tells you that in the next 5 years, like 2031 is probably going to be the year that reshapes holistically college football in its entirety, because that must be like the target date that these big time execs are looking at for. All right, is the NCAA, like, these are all hypothetical questions, right? Is the NCAA still involved? Is there a governing body? And do we have a college football commissioner? Is there an updated revenue sharing agreement? Is there, what does the NIL landscape look like? What does the TV media rights deals look like? Is streaming still a thing? Is cable TV on the way back? Is each conference, is there a collective bargaining for some of these, for this sport of football? That must be like their date and year that they're looking at and saying, okay, 2031 is going to be kind of the year. Because I was surprised that if you're a private equity firm, you're looking for control, and you're probably looking long-term returns. And, it's easy for an athletic director and for an athletic department who, let's be realistic, a lot of these guys won't have a job in 10 years at the same place. It's easy for them to say, oh yeah, we'd love the extra $30 million right now. And then whoever's here in 10 years when this deal is up has to worry about it. 5 years is a little bit more short term than I was just surprised to see.
Swim, here's one thing that's interesting to me, man. The schools have 1 year to opt in. Out of those 16 schools, I mean, you almost feel as, I don't want to say this. What would be your reasons for not opting in? Besides the obvious, your cash flow. I mean, your cash flow is good. You're fluid. You're flush.
You feel like you have a good foundation of the revenue share, and you have booster support, like donor support. Like I would be interested to see like a team like Texas Tech, who has spent millions and millions on NIL and stuff. Do they need this?
So think about this. I'm curious to this. And I know we don't have this up, but I know we might be able to find it. Which team in the Big 12 is hurting the most, which not team, what college athletic department is strapped the most for cash right now? And Swim, let me ask you this.
This would be interesting.
Is this a hint of predatory lending? I know I'm stretching here. Text line, let us know, 402-464-5685.
Okay, so I'm trying to find it here. That's operating costs. Like, it doesn't, we don't need operating costs. Like, Kansas State operated the cheapest in fiscal year of 2024. So this is 2 years ago. $87 million.
In the black?
Well, but that's just operating costs.
Okay, operating costs.
Revenue, like, it's not, let's see, I'm trying to find revenue numbers here. All right, where do Big 12 schools rank in NIL? Big 12, bottom spender is Houston. Top spender is, I don't know if I believe that. It says Iowa State. I don't know if I believe that. I'd have to find out. I mean, I'd be shocked. Yeah, it says Texas Tech, Utah, and Kansas are the ones that operate with the largest donor-backed collectives. Yeah, it's. I would imagine like a school like Houston's probably.
Okay, I got some numbers here, Swim.
The least valuable football program in the Big 12 Conference,
Colorado,
is, I don't know. They still have Dion. I think Houston probably. Houston, then Cincinnati. I mean, two former Big East schools, or not Big East, excuse me, American Athletic Conference schools.
Here's some budgets that I pulled up from 2025. $270 million, University of Texas. $200 for Oklahoma.
which are obviously SEC schools now.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to throw those out. I'm sorry. I got the wrong schools. They shouldn't be in there.
So here's this. In terms of the valuations.
There we go.
In terms of the valuations. Utah's number one at $539 million. TCU, $523 million. Texas Tech, $440. Oklahoma State, $373. Arizona State, $372. Iowa State, $331 million. Colorado, $328 million. Kansas State, BYU, West Virginia, all the way down there. Like I said, the 16th school is valued at $91 million, and that's Houston.
So let me ask you this. If you were an AD and they have 1 year to opt in, so they don't have to do this right away, what would be your, besides the obvious, it's a cash infusion. Would you opt into this?
Well, it's location specific. Because I think if you are a team, I'm just going to throw one at the wall. I'm going to use a Big Ten example.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a team like you don't need, I can't even use Indiana now. You don't want to use it if you're Northwestern. No, I guess Nebraska's a good example. I guess if you're Nebraska, you feel like you might be a couple of pieces away. You missed out on some guys. You maybe need a little bit of extra spending money in the NIL department. Sure. And you kind of say, okay, guess what? We'll be able to pay this back. Because, 10% of $3 million? Mm-hmm. So you need to pay $33 million, essentially. So, can you find an extra $33 million down the road? Probably. I don't know. But then also, Nebraska's about to go under a $600 million renovation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to tack on another 33 or, $40 million? I just don't know if that's realistic. This is my thing. Private equity companies and firms are not getting in this to just make people's days easier.
No, they're in it to make
right?
money.
They're at the end of the day, they're in this to make money.
Absolutely.
And so people that are a lot smarter than I am and AD a lot smarter than we are going to have to really understand, okay, sure, we see the short-term benefit, but does it come at a long-term liability?
Right.
And because private equity, they're not getting in this just to make everybody's lives easier for the next 10 years.
They see a business opportunity. And it's one swim, like you said, it's going to be interesting to see who opts in, who decides not to. When we come back, just a few of the pros before we hop into the guys and gals that'll be swinging the bats this weekend. But there's a few pros in there, and there's also some cons as well. Some risk involved in it. We'll discuss when we come back, folks. It's Friday, fourth quarter Friday. It's The Drive. We'll be back.
Dillon's Auto reminds listeners as our troops return home, many are left unemployed and deserted. Over 1 million veterans across the United States are currently looking for jobs despite having special skills and elite military training. Let's welcome troops with open arms and make 2026 a year to hire smart and hire veterans. Dillon's Auto. For all your auto needs and more, call the pros at Dillon's Auto today at 402-477-0404. That's 402-477-0404. Dillon's Auto, on the air because they care.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week and attractive benefits package
and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time. So I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
The University of Nebraska Rodeo Association excites to announce the 2026 Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo. Come on out to Sandhills Global Event Center May 1st and 2nd. Cheer on the University of Nebraska Rodeo team as they take on teams from all across the Great Plains region. Friday is college night, and Saturday afternoon, kids attend free with purchase of adult GA ticket at the door. Advanced tickets on sale now at sandhillsglobaleventcenter.org. Don't miss the Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo May 1st and 2nd.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some morning frost. Otherwise, see mostly sunny skies today with a light breeze. The high near 62. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze. Low around 34. And tomorrow, more morning frost. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies and light winds. A high near 71. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. We're going to hop right back on this Big 12, the pros and cons, so we can get back to the ball and bat that's going to take place this weekend as well. But some of the pros and cons of this whole ordeal, and like I said, it's not like they're forcing teams to get involved in this. I mean, they have a year to opt in. That's totally their decision of what they're going to do. Get to my notes here.
Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be a little naive and immature of me to ask, but I'm going to just bring it to the forefront anyway. If you're spending money the right way, why would you need an extra $30 million?
No, I don't think that's naive at all.
Right? Like, no. I think like, is it fair for fans to ask that if you're needing an extra $30 million, because if you only need an extra 5 or 10, or if you say, hey, you know what, ideally it'd be like 5 or 10 million extra dollars would be pretty nice right now. And number one, you're not doing a good enough job fundraising for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you say, well, we only need about 5 million, but we're going to take this 30 million anyway. First off, bad money decision. Like, it will be fair for fans to ask, wait, do we have the right people in charge making decisions with the money? Because that's the other side of it, is if you have the right people in place, you should be able to operate off of a $200 and some million athletic department budget. Like it's like these are the questions that will start to arise, and you can't blame fans who invest time, energy, and now money, even more money now more than ever, into these programs. Maybe not 30 million, but to what they are, it's a lot of money and a lot of investment and energy.
Mm-hmm.
They I don't want to say use the word deserve, because I feel like there's a lot of entitlement in the world and a lot of people feel entitled to know, but more so than not, questions I would imagine will arise of like, well, wait a minute, if we need an extra 30 million, if we're that far off from being able to compete, number one, do we have the right people in place coaching?
Yeah.
Number two, do we have the right people spending money and making decisions with it?
It's kind of like that saying, not saying, I would say it's like that whole thing. It's like, read the small print.
Yeah, that's
read
the thing.
Small print.
And I'm not smart. I mean, like I think these private equity deals are fascinating, and I will love to like go through article after article talking about it. And I'll like, once Big 12 Media Days happens in July, like I'm thrilled to hear from Brent Yormark about this. But ultimately, I'm just not smart enough in terms of the fine print to know, okay, how does the private equity firms benefiting in the long run, other than just like, okay, if you just use the 10% off of, every school, let's say 10 schools opt in, then you're making 30 million in 5 years.
They're making some money.
Right. But like it adds up quickly. Maybe a school forgets to pay it, or, isn't able to pay it, and they got to get into deeper sheets and deeper beds with the private equity firms and make long-term deals individually. Like, what does this open the door for? Does this open the door, AD, for these PE firms to then go, hey, Houston, we know you need us more than maybe Kansas does, so let's enter a deal. We've already got the agreement with your conference. Now we've already got that relationship.
Yeah.
Let's get into another a larger deal just with you.
Yeah, Swim. There is those doors are already open. Utah started that a few months back with their own. And to your point, there's no reason why Houston or any other school wouldn't entertain that if they were cash strapped and had decent records so they can repay that loan. Here's some of the pros, the factual implications. Immediate access to capital helps them fund operations, obviously marketing and revenue growth strategies. Optional funding for schools. Programs can access, we mentioned the $30 million, facilities, NIL support structures, etc. No loss of control. Again, the PEs will have no control, no governance or ownership, but enhanced business partnerships. When Redbird brings a lot of commercial connections, we mentioned some of those already. Media rights positioning could increase valuation for TV for the next deal, which would obviously be a windfall of money for all schools involved in that. Early mover advantage, first major conference to compete on a league-wide private equity deal. I mentioned, we talked about Utah. That's just that university. This is a conference-wide one right here. Presidents and ADs, they approved it. So obviously it's unified strategy. Here's some of the cons before we hop into the bat and ball. Debt exposure for schools.
Yeah.
Credit line is not free money. And like to your point, Swim, 10% interest rate, depending on how much you borrow, that's significant, man.
Yeah.
That could be significant. And if your program or programs plural happen to hit some hard times, well, guess what? You're not getting butts and seats.
Well, I'll say they don't care.
They don't care.
I'll say private equity is like, who cares?
Sounds like a personal problem.
We gave you $30 million so that you could pay, and you could pay this back. And the one thing I'll say about your immediate influx of $30 million, it's just fine, right? But it's interesting because, like AD, you were talking about facility upgrades and things like that. When we're talking big time college athletics, you can't do a whole lot with $30 million. Like that might get you a new scoreboard.
Yeah, in these
right?
day and age,
like
man.
that's what I'm saying.
So 30 million is not what it used to be.
No. And like, Dogman says this, and I understand this part. Dogman says, we talk and act like $1 million is nothing. As a common working person, it is hard for me to relate or feel any sympathy for these entities. 100% understand that approach. I get that, right? I think that goes to show just what type of big time business they are trying to perform. But the reality of it is that in a lot of these rooms, you might not have the right people in place. Like it takes, it's where.
And Dogman, I'm with him too, man. I'm just kind of like,
we're talking like $30 million is nothing.
I'm
but
with you, dog.
Like Nebraska just approved a $600 million thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Does that make you feel better about spending? Like, if Nebraska was at $570 million, and it's like, hey, you know what? Now we can get an extra $30 million, so we're gonna bump that up to $600. Does that really make you feel confident? Like, do you really want an athletic department doing that? And the answer should be no. And so, I just think that ultimately, at the end of it all, I'm thrilled about the no ownership. Like, it's a good thing that they don't have a say in it.
You know what?
But eventually they will.
But
eventually they will. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You got my money?
20.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
You got my money? I got a little bit of influence. I don't got to make rules, but I can sway those rules a little bit.
And you better know darn well that, hey, 2031 comes around. Hey, this worked out so well for everybody these last 5 years. Now this is what you should do with us. We should increase this a little bit more. How does a $50 million payment sound?
And Swim, here's the danger, man. And the schools do this at their own. Uneven competitive landscape. You think about that. Schools that take the money versus those who don't take it. There's the internal disparity, but all the presidents agreed to it, so that goes out the window down the road. Future revenue dependency. That can get scary. When you're depending on that part of your budget, you're on slippery slope if you're depending on that. It's part
how
of
are you
your
going to pay
budget.
it back?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, essentially,
it's a dangerous thing, man.
It's essentially, I would imagine, like, all right, so let's say, Nebraska opts into a $30 million thing. All right, cool. Now you got to put on your line for next year. How's this $30 million going to make me an additional $30 million to pay it back?
Oh, and Swim. Okay, think about this. What if media rights hit a ceiling? They're just not going to do it anymore. You're not getting that windfall you expect you were going to get.
Well, and this is
you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of unforeseens, and because you brought it up earlier, all these different platforms, does cable come back? Does this team does this platform merge with this one?
What does the Big Ten and SEC look like at that time in 2020, 2031?
We just don't know. There's all these unforeseens, but you're still going to owe that money.
You're still going to owe the money. I think also, last but not least, what I will say is that, gosh darn it, I lost my train of thought. Oh, well, that's what happens. My mind's going kind of all over the place. But
I thought you were going to say my mind's playing tricks on me.
What I will say, I don't know if this is what I was going to say or not, but it is something that's on my mind. It doesn't take over for bad coaching. Like, I think, like, this is these are more okay. So obviously the private equity and the Big 12 conference doing this and everything is a much more overarching, conference wide, athletic department wide aid opportunity. But ultimately, like we want to talk football or we want to talk basketball, like we've seen it. You can spend all the money you want. It doesn't guarantee you a national championship. It doesn't guarantee you a playoff spot. Arkansas basketball is spending as much as anybody. Now, sure, it worked for Dusty May in Michigan, but Dusty May is also a pretty good coach.
Yeah,
like
that's an outlier.
It doesn't take, and it doesn't. It's a Band-Aid for bad coaching at times, and you cannot say, well, let's just spend an extra $25 million, and then we're going to be able to make an extra $25 million in postseason appearances and everything there. Because then what? Okay, how do you continue that without additional payments?
So look what Indiana in basketball this year. How much
Sure.
they spent in NIL.
Yeah.
Didn't even make it to the tournament.
Coaching matters.
Didn't even make it to the tournament.
Through it all, coaching matters.
Swim, there's some big games coming up this weekend. Nebraska, the men take on Ohio State tonight. That's going to be on the Big Ten Network. That's going to be in Columbus, Ohio. Nebraska has won 2 of 3 versus Ohio State Lincoln and back in 2024. But the Buckeyes have won the last postseason meeting. Here's some of the storylines, Swim, the things to take note of. It's obviously our best start since 2008, 38-11 through 45 games, ranked across all multiple polls. Swim, initial thoughts on tonight's first pitch.
The biggest news is Nebraska's got another new Friday starter. Carson Yassa moves from his Saturday spot to the Friday spot. And I was actually listening to an MLB podcast yesterday from actual Major League Baseball Network. They were talking about draft prospects, and Carson Yassa's name came up as a top 5 round pick potential for the future MLB drafts and stuff. And so Carson Yassa moves, who's been Nebraska's most consistent guy in a starting role this season. He moves from his Saturday role to his Sunday role. They move Cooper Katsky to Sunday, Gavin Blackowitz up to Saturday. So that's your new rotation this weekend. Once again, like Nebraska's in a beneficial spot that they're still finding ways to win games consistently while having some not necessarily questions of who's going to be out there for Nebraska baseball on the mound. It's more of what role and where they need to be placed. And it's Nebraska's fortunate that they're, as you said, 38-11 and 17-4 in the Big Ten or 17-3 in the Big Ten. They're in that spot with their question marks that they have in their pitching rotation. Good thing is they still have about 3 series left. Ohio State, Iowa, and then Minnesota. They have those 3 before they get to the Big Ten tournament up in Omaha at the end of May. And so you find that out, and hopefully, Carson Yassa moving to Friday, and then Blackowitz moving to Saturday, and Katsky moving back to Sunday. It can provide some benefits for Nebraska baseball because once you do get into the regionals, like I was thinking about this the other day before even Carson Yassa, and Austin and I have talked about it when we've kind of filled in for shows in spot areas and things like that. Is okay if you have to send a guy out there, and this was at the time when Ty Horn was your Friday guy, Carson Yassa was your Saturday guy, and Blackowitz or Katsky was your Sunday starter. Austin and I talked about okay, out of those 3, who's the guy that you want to send out there on game 1? Because starting 1-0 in a regional is incredibly crucial. And there's the stats and the analytics will tell you that you're much more likely to win the regional if you start 1-0 versus 0-1. And we all agree that Carson Yassa is the guy that you have the most confidence in. He's got the most pitch but diversity. He's got the most diversity between and speed change between pitches. So there's a lot of reasons why Carson Yassa is kind of their best starter option right now.
Swim, this series scares me a little bit.
Okay.
And I say that because you got an Ohio State team that is and very, similar to Illinois, middle of the pack team. I think they're 10-11 overall this season, 21-21, so 50% team. You're going to be at home. It's just one of those teams, Swim, to where I'm not saying we can't win and won't win, but it's one of those teams to where they're fighting right now. You know what I'm saying? They're in a dogfight for themselves. They're at home in Columbus, Ohio. It's just one of those games to where you hope Nebraska comes ready and not have to dig themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Come out ready, hit the bats early. Because it's like I said, those middle of the pack teams just always concern me because they're the ones they'll bite
nothing to lose.
Yeah, they have nothing to lose. Right. They'll bite you in the ankle at first, and if you don't do anything out, they'll
there
bite you in the butt and keep going.
Yeah.
Exactly. They'll just keep biting at you. So this is a team that I want Nebraska not to get, not to bury themselves early and have to do some dramatic Harry Houdini thing in the ninth.
Yeah, you can't be complacent. And a lot of that starts on the mound, right? A lot of that starts on the mound, being able to come out, throw strikes, allow your defense to work, limit the free passes. You can weather the solo shots, you can weather the hits as long as you're not giving up free bases. And for the most part, Nebraska's defense has been good. It's just been the inability to throw strikes from some of your starters over the last couple of weeks. The offense will be there in Columbus tonight. First pitch at 5 p.m. Central Time. The offense will be there for Nebraska baseball. It's just a matter of, can you get out there and can you win game one of the series, right? That was the tough part about Illinois' series last weekend, where it was, man, you come out and you lose 10-5 on Friday night, and it's your back's kind of up against the wall saying, okay, you need to win 2 out of 3. You need to win on Saturday and Sunday. They were able to do it, though. Yeah. And I think I'm also past the point where I'm worried about Nebraska baseball not showing up or not being ready for the moment.
They've proven they're going to show up.
So they just need to go out and take care of business on the mound. And if, use a couple of your high leverage guys tonight, but also not into a role to where they're unavailable for Saturday and Sunday.
Swim, all jokes aside, I mean this, you hit them in the throat early. Yeah. And don't make them gasp, put them out of their misery, because Nebraska.
Which they should. Ohio State's nothing spectacular. No. Nebraska's 10th in the RPI today. Like the live RPI has Nebraska 10th in the country.
Well, you look at Nebraska, just the averages. When Nebraska scores 6+ runs, they win. Yeah. Strong start, like you mentioned, from Jasper tonight. They should be just fine tonight.
It's kind of fascinating the spot we're in right now as Nebraska baseball supporters. They're firmly hosting a regional right now. Like it's not a question right now if they're going to host if the season were to end today. It's you go out, take care of business, win 2 out of 3 this weekend. If you can get a sweep, man, we're talking Nebraska potentially on that fringe of being a top 8 seed in the country. Right now their RPI is 10. I know a lot of the projections for regional sites has Nebraska at 11. You're just a few spots. You're closer to hosting a super regional bid than you are to not hosting a regional. In that case, you're closer to the 8 seed line than you are to the 16 seed line. There's some excitement, and there's a lot that's still in front of Nebraska for them to potentially accomplish. And here they are at 38-11. We talked about this, AD. So Nebraska's got 1 midweek game left. It's Tuesday, May 12th, or excuse me, maybe 2 midweek games left against Creighton on Tuesday, May 12th. And then they have 3 series of 3 games left. They could go into, what is that, 10 games at least? Mm-hmm. You take care of a lot of business. You're looking at a team that's got at least 45 wins before the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Right. Nebraska very well could be winning 50 games this season.
Folks, real quick, Nebraska number 3 takes on Penn State, final regular season series. Nebraska's ranked number 2 by multiple outlets, etc. Penn State is in the middle of the pack, a very similar team to Ohio State. They are 32-17 overall, 10-11 in the conference. First pitch tonight is 4 p.m. Central Time, I believe, on that swim. I think it is a 4 p.m. Central Time first pitch. Almost positive that is correct, looking at that this morning. Nevertheless, they will take on Penn State, 3-game series this weekend. Swim, kind of the experience thing that Nebraska brings in. We know Nebraska is not just winning games, Swim. They're controlling them, and they are doing it very quickly. Key hitters for Penn State is Allison Onaker and Brooke Klosowski. She's at 56, 51 RBIs. But Nebraska has shown their resume to everyone to where they just don't allow you to do a lot. Jordy Fromm, of course, Alexis Jensen, the freshman sensation, 34-6 record as starters, 2 of the best leaders in strikeouts efficiency in the nation. So I don't suspect Nebraska have much problems at PSU this weekend. So, folks, when we come back on this fourth quarter Friday, it's the AD Attitude Adjustment. We'll be back.
The one and only Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena this Saturday and Sunday.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Turn comfort into savings with Peak Rewards from LES. Enroll your smart thermostat to earn $25 while helping balance energy use with small short-term adjustments that benefit the whole community. Learn more at les.com/peak rewards.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Cinco de Mayo will be here before you know it on May 5th, and Tipsy Tina's is the place to be. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 2 p.m. on May 5th for the Street Festival, featuring piñatas, giveaways, and more. Plus, see llamas from Sweet and Sassy Llama Farm from 5:30 to 7:30. DJ Joe Cruz will entertain starting at 7 p.m. with a spicy taco eating contest at 7:30. And the best part, as always, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Tuesday, May 5th, beginning at 2 p.m. at 8th and Q.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 10th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get Mom a gift card from The Body Shop. Swedish massages, deep tissue massages, hand and foot massages, and so much more. Buy your mom a gift card today at thebodyshoplincoln.com or stop by their office at 56th and O.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. Thanks for riding with us on this fourth quarter Friday. Then we discussed the Big 12 Capital Fund kicking out money to those schools that want to opt in. They don't have to do it, but they have 1 year to do it. 30 milli, a little under 10% to return that loot. There's going to be a cost to the loot. Also discuss Nebraska's new big men. Mr. Wilkinson is his last name. Nebraska basketball out of SDSU. Damon Wilkinson. D-Dub is going to be a Husker, 6'10", 245, big boy. No, 6'5", 245. I said 6'10". He is 6'10". He is 6'10", 245. 2 years left, so he's going to be joining on the Nebraska men's basketball team. So that's going to be interesting as well. Then we discussed the men, the baseball team. They take on Ohio State in Columbus in just a few hours. And then the ladies take on Penn State is 4 p.m. So excited about that. And the Kentucky Derby's tomorrow.
That's right. And the Cubs play at 1:20 today.
Who?
The Cubs.
Who that?
One of the best teams in the league.
They are. I can't front. They are.
They're 19-12 this year.
You know, we haven't played that. We're not going to play it today.
You want to play it?
That's like when I say walk to Louis. Huh?
Yeah. You want to play it?
Go ahead, Swim. I'll let you play. Go ahead.
Hold on one second.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Maybe you can't find it, so that's a good thing. Oh, too bad you can't find it.
Hold on. Did they take it out of my folder? Oh, no. No, they sure didn't. Here we go. Let's hit it.
Oh, man. Oh, there he goes.
The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing Go Cubs Go. Sing it with me. Go Cubs Go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs Go.
Oh, hell no.
That's wild. That's crazy. Anyway. We can stop.
Swim, you changed. I watched your whole body demeanor. You changed when that song comes on. You
It's
go to another
unbelievable.
place.
I was telling you the other day. I was when they played. So they were playing. They had to play in the West Coast these last 6 games.
Eric said, "Throat punch him now."
Yeah, right. Anyway, Bill and Bennett says, "Play it, Swim." Jesse says, "Thanks for ruining my Friday. Let me know when it's over." It's over. Anyway. The best part was I was telling you they were playing on the West Coast, and so I was out at Liquid Assets watching the games because they played at like 9:45 at night, and I love this. One-eyed Ray goes was swim dancing the Carlton. Oh, basically, I give the shimmy.
He goes to a different place. Swim, you get all of a sudden you get some soul to you when that song comes. I'm like, whoa, who is this?
Nick's Bully says this song gets me fired the bleep up. Money G in Kansas says I have to admit it's pretty cool. Anyway,
DF got the flag waving.
Yeah. So anyway, they played. I played it on the. I played it on the over the touch tunes in the bar. We were singing in the bar.
Did you see the last text?
Change the lyrics to "Go Truff Tross Go." Hold on. Let's see how that sounds. Here we go. Oh wait, we gotta restart. Here we go. Let's start all the way from that.
Oh, here we go. Say it loud with us. Go Tross.
Say it loud with us. Go Tross Go. Everybody in the cars.
Here we go.
All together now.
Auto Street.
Here we go.
Here we go.
They're singing
Go Tross Go. Go Tross Go. Hey, Nebraska, what do you say?
I don't know how.
What do we say?
What a way to end the Friday.
We're gonna buy a trophy anyway.
Yeah. Trough talk. It continues. All right. Anyway, what you got for our attitude adjustment today?
Don't buy a trough.
We didn't expect this.
I'm going to say this, folks. It's quick. I like to do this end of the week. Just a quick reminder. Get into your doctors. Get your PSAs checked. Guys and gals, get your annuals, get all that stuff done. Because, again, it is finished fourth quarter Friday. But you know what? You don't want to be the fourth quarter of your health because you didn't go get it taken care of. Get into your doctors. Get your checkups.
There it is.
My man. Troughs. I emphasize troughs.
Yeah. Troughs. Anyway.
Folks, it's one-on-one with DP coming up next. Stay to this dial all day long. Have a great weekend.
I'm Dr. Jeremy Hosai, candidate for the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. Husker athletics has never been stronger. Let's champion the same mindset across our entire university: academics, research, and opportunity. As a neurosurgeon, former regent, and proud Husker, I'm running to stand up for NU's future because this matters to my family and yours. On May 12th, vote Dr. Jeremy Hosein for regent, for our students, for our future, and for Nebraska.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 10th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get Mom a gift card from The Body Shop. Swedish massages, deep tissue massages, hand and foot massages, and so much more. Buy your mom a gift card today at thebodyshoplincoln.com or stop by their office at 56th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth 93.7.